Okay, hello everyone. This is Sharonda, and this is my podcast and YouTube channel, Spiritual Sense. So today is Saturday. I decided to go ahead and do a tarot, well, actually a chakra energy reading. Still in the works of trying to figure out how I would do these chakra cards. I think I pretty much got them figured out. So card four would be because there's seven chakras. And what are the chakras? Well, the chakras are the energy fields within the body. Is located in certain areas. So it has a lot to do with your physical, physiological things that are occurring, as well as emotionally things that you may have that is going on with you as well. Okay. So I did. I'm doing a quick scrub over my cards, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to um, lay the cards, and then I do a when I do my chakra energy, I typically like to pull. Um, I'm gonna pull your soul truth card, so we're gonna put those here. The soul truth. I'm gonna do soul's purpose. Nope, I'm not gonna do soul purpose. I'm gonna do soul truth. We're gonna do the healing energy oracle, your angel card, love, and then I'll do some history. But I'm going to say, let's see. Hmm, maybe I'll go ahead and do family history because that will have an indication as to what may be going on with you physiologically. Now, I want to start off by saying that this podcast, again, podcast and YouTube channel is for entertainment purposes. So I consider myself to be a gypsy, nomad, psychic light, spiritualist, intuitive, magic mind medium. I think most of us possess these capabilities. It just depends on how receptive you are to that energy. All right. Um, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to lay the cards. One. And again, there are seven chakras. So I'm going to lay these cards, and card four will be the one that is the issue, right? One, two, three. And then we're just going to, kind of get a synopsis as to what that is, all right? All right, so we have card four, card five, six, and seven. All right. So by the laying of the cards, um, I have heart, throat, sacral, solar plexus, third eye, root, and crown. So as I mentioned, card four is what? What is what you need to focus on? Like if you are trying to get into chakra energy cleansing, you may want to focus on, you want to get all of them balanced, but something lets me know whoever is this reading is applicable to, this is going to be the main one that you want to start with, right? Whatever you may be going on, and then we're going to go ahead and proceed to, notice how I made it like a sun, like solar, and then the way I drew it kind of similarly to an eye. So I honestly feel as though the solar yellow, that's why I made it yellow, is like illumination. So I think um, once you get this solar plexus chakra balance, you will receive illumination about something that you may not have, about something you know, and a revelation about something you may not even fathom, if that makes sense to you. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to proceed to the solar plexus. Um, I have some notes written back here, but I'm pulling off some information offline. It says the solar plexus is a center of energy in the body that is associated with fire, identity, ego, and confidence. So, could it very well be some situations that you yourself need to look at introspectively regarding you, regarding the ego? It is located in the middle of the body, 2 inches above the belly button. The color is orange, even though I made it yellow. I only can go off of what I had available, and I got these from the dollar store. Element, it governs the fire element within the body. The fire element is its element. It's associated with the organs, the digestive system. So something lets me know you may have some elimination problems. You may have some elimination problems. And what do I mean? Well, in terms of going to the bathroom, number two, including the stomach, intestines, liver, pancreas, and gallbladder. So, with this chakra expresses intention, honesty, and it is a center for inner power. So, your power, ego, and power force are driven by the solar plexus. Now, the qualities associated are intellect, ego, and willpower. When open, it can lead to more satisfaction in relationships, and a truer version of oneself is shown to the world. So you will be grounded with the solar plexus. So there's some things that you can do to help with a blocked solar plexus. Let me pull up that now. How to unblock your solar plexus. A lot of this information that I pull up, you can readily get it offline. Give me just a moment. All right, so basically, balancing the solar plexus chakra, you practice by saying affirmations, which are positive statements that can help you shift your mindset and enhance your self esteem and confidence. So, some examples of affirmations for the solar plexus includes I am confident, I trust myself, I am worthy of success. So, oftentimes when we lack self confidence or we don't value ourselves, it's because we don't believe in ourselves. And someone has, by the act of jealousy, I would say, made you to feel some type of way about yourself and you yourself believed it. Something lets me know you believed it. And that's why I have crown, if you can see crown at the bottom. So somehow it lets me know that you believed it. You believed what someone told you. You see how we have the throat chakra here? You believed it. Um, So it says, I am worthy of success. Now, you want to also practice visualization. It's a powerful technique that can help you connect with energy of the third chakra. And we have the third chakra that's here. All right. Third chakra card shows up as card 5. You can visualize a bright yellow light radiating from this area and filling your entire body with this energy. The next thing you will want to do is practice yoga. Many of you may not be into yoga. It was a time, I mean, it's been a couple of years since I tried a couple of yoga poses, but yoga is very beneficial. And if you are someone who are not able to sleep or rest, it also was good with me with my digestive system. I noticed, and it gave me a calming feel. when you practice yoga. It says yoga postures can help balance the Manipura chakra, which is the boat pose, warrior three pose, and cobra pose. These postures can help you develop a strong sense of willpower and determination. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I know what these is, so if you are viewing in and you know, you may want to Google these poses. Breathing exercises such as Kapalabhati and Bhastrika can help stimulate this yellow chakra and enhance its energy. So I do know that a part of yoga is when I had a membership some time ago. I used to attend this type of yoga called Kundalini yoga, and it was a lot of breathing exercises that we would have to do in terms of the poses. And I can tell you, it increased and enhanced my nervous system to where I felt calm. I was able to relieve myself, and I was able to sleep, right? I want it to also be known that your thoughts has a lot to do with it because a lot of times when I lay a certain way, this happened to me. This happened to me all the time when I go to sleep. But I'm gonna tell you something that happened this morning. So sometimes I can't go to sleep because I get stuffy and I have to position my head, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's like pressure that closes in, and I don't get much air into my nostrils. And I kid you not, I said to myself, maybe I need to go up and change the temperature to where I can breathe, or I can put on my humidification that can help to open up my nasal passages because when I get like that, I get very anxious, right? And I began to think positive things. And I kid you not, within a moment's time, my passages just in thinking that positive thought open up. I didn't feel the need to, because even when I tried to blow my nose, it wouldn't do it. And even when well, I didn't attempt to change positions, but I just put it this way, positive thought and thinking, it's very, virtually open up, right? All right, so someone needed to hear that. You may be experiencing some of those same similar things as well. Color therapy. So, color therapy is another technique that can be used to balance the solar plexus chakra. You can surround yourself with the color of yellow. And see, this is why I made this yellow because illumination, I feel, comes by way of the sun, by way of yellow. Um, Wearing yellow clothes, using yellow gems, stones, or crystals, or decorating your space with yellow objects. I'm going to tell you that these things do help. It helps when you have an environment that is open and clear and concise. It does help mostly with your well being and your mood and things of that nature. All right. So, what are some? That is how you can balance. What are some of the things that can that can what weaken the solar plexus or block it? Well, number one, negativity. I just mentioned about positive thoughts. So this is how I know, right? Negative self talk. When we engage in negative self talk, we reinforce limiting beliefs and can undermine our self confidence and self esteem. So if you are negative, like we trust and believe, I'm a neutral person, so it can go either way. But when you are overly negative, right? Because we all will be negative about something. We just have to be realistic about it. And I think that's God's way of letting you know what will gravitate to you or you gravitate to when you're negative versus not. Right? I just mentioned that um my passages to help me breathe closed in, like a pressure. And this is something I have to happen all the time. And I think that was has a lot to do with my eyes, because some days my eyes may look protrude more so than others, and this the pressure is what it lets me know. It also lets me know that the pressure has a lot to do with heart. So when you are dealing with any blockages, pressure, it can affect the heart, is what it lets me know, right? It can affect the heart by way of what happened with me with my eyes, you know, and things of that sort lets me know what happens by way of the heart. Because there is a nerve that goes from the rectum all the way to the brain by way of the heart. It's called the vagus nerve. So if you are dealing with some elimination issues, this is just my synopsis. Because, like I said, I'm a licensed practical nurse. Okay, so I have been to school for healthcare. I cannot say something that I haven't quote unquote been licensed or certified to do, but I will know. All right, so again, we want to reinforce limiting beliefs and can undermine our self-confidence and self-esteem. Criticism, receiving criticism from others, especially if it is harsh or constant, can erode our self-confidence and weaken our sense of personal power. Lack of exercise. Exercise is essential for maintaining a healthy mind and body. A sedentary lifestyle can lead to stagnation in the Manipura chakra, which is true. You know, um, even if it's nothing but 15, 10, 15 minutes. And you don't have to get out here and be um, Mr. Clean and all this other stuff. Do what's within your limits. Because your heart may not can handle a 30-minute workout, right? You have to modify what you can handle based on your ability and your physical limitations, right? So the next one we have here is a poor diet. Eating a diet that is high in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats can disrupt the balance of the solar plexus chakra. Now we know this, but you know that it's so convenient to go grab something that is processed, right? And oftentimes it's cheaper. Oh, it's just cheaper for me just go grab some ramen noodles or grab a burger or something. Because if I go to where I really want to go to, I'm gonna be out of $10. So yes, stress. Chronic stress can take a toll on the body and mind, leading to imbalances in the chakras. So some of the foods that you can eat to unbalance your chakra, well, it mentions about yellow fruits and vegetables such as lemons, bananas, and yellow peppers. Whole grains such as brown rice and quinoa. I think that's how quinoa. I guess that's how you would say it. Spices such as ginger and turmeric. Healthy fats such as avocado and nuts. Now, for those who um, may be listening in, the solar plexus. Um, I mention about, I think that's would be where the reproductive parts are located as well. That may be the root. I don't know. But I do know that for those who may have some female reproductive concerns as well as elimination or digestive concerns, avocados is very, very um, healthy if you have some issues with elimination, if you have some bladder, like if you may, somebody that frequently suffer from urinary tract infections or things of that nature, or painful reproductive or cycles, avocados work for me. Okay, so it wouldn't hurt to try unless you are allergic. But all right, the crystals that you may want to use: citrine, which is called the success stone. It is said to promote abundance, confidence, and creativity. Yellow jasper, this stone is associated with the sun and is said to promote joy, happiness, and positivity. Let's see. Golden topaz. This crystal is said to promote self-confidence, personal power, and success. And pyrite, also known as the fool's gold, is a crystal. Is said to promote abundance, confidence, and manifestation. So I have to go and look for my crystals. They're around somewhere. Um, but having these things around, I think, initiates a good feeling within. Like when you are in an environment that is full of light and nature and color and positivity, it brings up the mood, right? All right, so that's enough with the solar plexus. So something lets me know that um, I have crown at the bottom, I have heart at the top. In your situation, I do feel as though that you need to start with the solar plexus. The heart, I feel, can be affected, but I'm not going to sit here and diagnose you and say that anything is going on with your heart because that's not my place to say that. All right, I'm not um, licensed to say that, but I'm going to say because the crown is at the bottom, you want to start up this way. You have your solar plexus you want to start with, and then you want to start with the crown because I think you have had allowed to some things that were said about you to affect your confidence. If you allow those negativity to affect you and you believe it, it can manifest itself in you physiologically, is what I want you to know. You need to practice positive imagery and visualization because you will begin to see things on a spiritual sense. And this is how spiritual transition occurs when you accept negativity into your being. All right? Root. So we're getting to the root of the issue. All right. So solar plexus. Let's get to the solar plexus. Heart has a lot to do with the love as well. Let's get to let's go ahead and I'm gonna pull out love. Love. Third eye. I think you should go this way in terms of balancing your chakra. You want to begin with your let me pull up my camera. Okay. You want to begin with the solar plexus if you're able to view. All right. And then you want to start with your crown, your thoughts, because the crown chakra has a lot to do with um, connection with the divine, your God with God or your beliefs. Because I have a position at the bottom, that means that a lot of what is manifesting with you in terms of your self confidence could very well be based on what you believe. Now, I just got finished watching a program with someone about disbelief. And when I got to scrambling these chords, I guess you would say by psychology, if I'm reading it one way versus another, then I can make it fit. Well, guess what? I mean, either way it goes, it's all going to tie into something because I think God is everything, and whether it be favorable or not, it's a learning experience. All right, we are physical being living a uh, spiritual beings living a physical experience. If that makes sense, I heard someone say that, and it's more or less like a paraphrase of something that I was trying to convey. We are spiritual beings living a physical experience, right? All right. So, with that being said, it's to fight to the fence. So, you will oftentimes find that when the soul is lost and the soul is battling to stay alive, and in other words, he kept showing me in the midst of me awakening, because oftentimes I get these inclinations. It says, "Do you think those who are are not wanted or at the grips of death, do you think things are going to be favorable if, like say for instance, if we are in a life raft or a boat and it capsizes and we are in the midst of a storm, right? Uh, your instinct, if you are wanting to live and stay alive, is to get on that raft. And I've seen, I actually seen a video of this same thing. Your natural instinct is to want to survive. Well, you got some people, they'll be, they'll have the hero instinct where they say, okay, well, save yourself, and then, if I'm able to be saved, and I think, but you have some people that would get on there and, oh, well, so that's basically what that is. That may not have been a good analogy to use, but I'm just being realistic about it. So again, I think you need to work on once you get your solar plexus balanced. Your crown will be the next one you need to work on. Again, the crown chakra is located at the top of the head. It has a lot to do with awareness. And this is my writing. Consciousness, connection to the divine. The element is spiritual energy. When it's blocked, you may feel isolated, detached from spirituality. Once you do that, proceed with your root chakra. It's located at the base of the spine. The element is earth. It represents our foundation and feeling grounded. So it has a lot to do with security and safety. When this chakra is blocked, you may exhibit fear and anxiety. The next chakra I have is the third eye chakra, which is located between the eyebrows. It has a lot to do with intuition, insight, and imagination. The element is light and wisdom. When this chakra is blocked, you may have difficulty trusting, um, and what have you. You may have a difficulty with in trusting. I'm just going to tell you that the information I pulled regarding the third eye. I think, some people may say, "Oh, you're mentally ill," or "You whatever, mentally challenged." I think that's your intuition is by way of your insight that is put within. All right. So if you don't trust somebody, I'm not going to sit here and say that's a negative thing, because it may be a reason as to why you don't trust somebody, a certain person. All right. The next one I have is sacra. Notice how I made this the tree, and I associate the trees with family. It mentions located in the lower abdomen, has a lot to do with creativity, pleasure, and relationships. The element is water. So this chakra has a lot to do with your emotions and physical desires. When it's blocked, you may have depression or a lack of creativity. All right, the next chakra chord is the throat. Now, the throat has a lot to do with communication. I've had some surgical procedure in regards to this area, which has a lot to do with communication. All right. So it's located in the neck. The throat, which is the throat, has a lot to do with communication, self-expression, and truth. All right. So oftentimes when people are not able to accept the truth, it may be thrown off. It may not necessarily be you. It could be when you are in a state of confusion to make you aware that certain people can't accept the truth, and that's just the way it is. Now it mentions that the element is either or ether. Um, when it's blocked, you may have some issues with speaking your mind or understanding others. Well, I just put it this way. That's the information I pulled off at the time when I made these cards. I do believe when you have issues with expressing yourself, now, if you're not able to understand others, I don't necessarily believe that has anything to do with you personally with your chakra because God will give you insight as to what is being conveyed, right? And then the heart chakra, I think that would be the last of the chakras that you would need to balance. Like start off 7 days if you can. 7 days because there are seven chakras. But for whoever this reading resonate with, I want you to start with this one here. So the way I will be doing these chakra readings is the one that's card 4 is the one that I'm going to read. Unless it's a repeat, then I have to do a rescramble. So I get all the sevens and then I do it that way, right? All right, so we have the heart chakra, which is located in the center of the chest. It has a lot to do with love, compassion, and forgiveness. So the element is air. When blocked, you may have troubles giving and receiving love, feelings of unworthiness. Something lets me know whoever this reading is applicable to, you may have a situation where you're dealing with a partner or someone who thinks that you are stupid. And I'm just gonna put it out there. They think that you are stupid. They can think what they want to think. So let's do a reading. That doesn't mean that's because that's how they think, that's how you should feel, and you should substantiate what they think. No. All right. So let's go ahead. We're gonna pull out. So I'm going to actually pull out three of the love cards because I honestly feel as though the reason why this is at the top because something lets me know what you're experiencing could be coming from um someone that you are in a relationship with. All right. And you would know what that is, a female companion, even. All right, so let's go. Let's one, two, and three. So let's see how this person views themselves. Because oftentimes you'll find that when you have some negative energy that comes towards you, if you accept it as your reality, then you'll believe it. And it will manifest in your space, right? So how does this person? Okay, so the chaser. I have chaser, codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues. So something lets me know that this person has some fear. Well, what did I mention about when you when this solar plexus chakra is blocked? They may exhibit what? Fear and anxiety, possibly. It could very well have been with the root. Let me see. Was it the root? Yes. So this is the reason right here. This person needs to balance their root chakra, and you need to balance your solar plexus. The next card I have here is addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, control, has a block or restraint. So I honestly feel as though whoever this person is that has you feeling some type of way in terms of your self-esteem and your confidence, let's go ahead and read the root. So it says it's located in the base of the spine. The element is earth, represents our foundation and feeling grounded, security, safety, block, fear, and anxiety. I honestly feel as though whoever you may be dealing with could very well be have some type of addiction. They could very well have some type of addiction that they are experiencing, whether it's food addiction, sex addiction, um, substance addiction, whatever the case may be. The next card I have is Twin Flames. You could very well be experiencing some addictions as well. So I'm getting to the gist of the matter. I have yin yang, zine, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. Okay, so you complement this person. So this person is letting me know I'm tapping into their sensibility. This is what you are experiencing. So it's pulling. I'm pulling off spirit right now. You are experiencing addiction, and that's what this is going. This is why your solar plexus is blocked. You are experiencing. So this is letting me know. But when I pull these cards, what the root of the issue is, you yourself are experiencing some addiction. Because I'm not really doing it or reading on. I feel like I'm speaking to a male. I don't feel like I'm doing a reading for a woman. This is to a male. So it starts with you. You could very well, that's how you perceive um, women, that they think you're stupid. I'm not going to sit here and say that your perception is wrong or right, but what I will say is the crystal ball is a representation of, see, before you can go around blaming people for your concerns and your issues, you need to work on self. See? Self confidence. Oftentimes, when we're not confident in ourselves and we may have a fear of being around a lot of people, the best way to ease our lack of confidence is to speak negatively, right? If that makes sense. All right, so I just want to let that be known. Now, let's go ahead and get a little bit of history. And today, because we are doing the solar, I'm sorry, we're doing the uh, chakra energy healing. I'm actually going to pull out three of my Egyptian tarot cards. And I'm going to proceed to um, get a little more into the spreads that comes with the guide. Because I want to discover these a little more. All right, so let me just meditate on my cards. Give me just a moment. Let's meditate on the cards. I really like these cards. They are so complex and they're full of wisdom. Full of wisdom in these cards. All right, so give me just a moment. Let me just take a couple of breaths and I'm going to begin to pull. One, two, and three. I honestly feel as though this is ancestors. Uh, this is a message from your ancestors to for you to see um, what you're doing, right? Stop with the blame game. Let's start seeing things for what we're doing. We all like to blame others for things that we have done. So it's time out for the blame game, I feel. Let's go ahead and get that solar plexus balanced, the rest of your um, chakras balanced. All right, so I am going to go down. I want to say is this that's a major arcana card? It's card 10. All right, this is the wheel. All right, I'm not going to read all of the cards, but what I will do is go down to the positive and the negative. So it says undeserved success, casual advantages, unexpected events, propitious occasions, immediately seized, measurable time, month, year, natural cycles. So something lets me know you don't feel worthy. That's why I have lack self confidence. personal power and self-control, right? You don't feel deserving of more or better. So the people that are presenting this information to you are pretty much corroborating how you feel about yourself. The battle is within. All right. So it has negative, sudden, unfavorable changes, instability, temporary benefits, end of a favorable cycle, inconstancy, reincarnation. So I honestly feel as though by way of your family history, it lets me know that this could be some things that was a curse that was perpetuated by your lineage. I'm not going to sit here and say it's culturally, it could be specific to your particular family lineage. All right, the next card I have here is Ten of Chalices, which is a minor arcana card. We're going to go down. Alrighty. So it says the chalices of souls. So something lets me know that there's a lot of souls from lineage, family lineage, who may have the same sensibility as well. And enlightenment is coming by way of you. Maybe we need to stop the cycle. Maybe we need to break this so-called quote unquote curse. So it says the god Horus, surrounded by 10 chalices, symbols of the hearts containing the souls destined for reincarnation. Positive, happy union, harmony in the family, with friends, or in society, good reputation. So something lets me know it could have been an attack on your reputation. Maybe your family lineage was tied to something that was considered unfavorable or not right or kosher, and as a result, they continue to write things to down in generations. Okay, this here is not of me. Not like mindedness. All right. The negative mentions ill-worded efforts. So, in other words, there's a feeling of no matter what I do, it never matters, right? It never matters. So what am I to do? Badly placed trust. I think your family was deceived, is what it lets me know. Like you trusted something different, right? Because you became bored or idle. And oftentimes when you are idle, you let energies in that are not favorable. It's hard to see it, right? It says indignation and violence. Let's go to this word indignation. Indignation. So it says anger or annoyance provoked by what is perceived as unfair treatment. So I honestly feel as though you were put in circumstances that, in regards to your family history, that exude the act of jealousy, if that makes sense to you. Like, say for instance, you was put in unfavorable circumstances to make you um, understand the value of wealth, such as the value of a dollar or whatever the case may be. And because you, at one point in time, perhaps were spoiled, people begin to wonder how was these monies obtained, and they began to put eyes on your family. And as a result, when they could not substantiate the worth or the value in what you did, they put you in unfavorable circumstances to where you begin to thirst for things that you no longer that was out of sync with your family, and that what perpetuated that curse is what I feel, or hex, or whatever you want to refer to it as. All right. The next card I have here. Give me just a moment. So we're going back to the major arcana cards. Just a moment. Again, this podcast and YouTube um, channel is for entertainment purposes. It is for entertainment purposes. All right, so the world, that's your confirmation. When you begin to look outside of your circumstances, and we are all guilty of that. I mean, if you are in the gates of hell, of course you want to look for heaven. That's human nature. That's human nature. So it says the magician's crown. This is the test. You was tested by God, is what it lets me know. Now, let's read the positive. It mentions propitious environment, favorable circumstances, greater fortune, perfection, totally successful result, crowning of an undertaken recompense, reintegration of the mind, knowledge, ecstasy, cosmic cycle. So I do believe that you were in favor at one point in time. You still are in favor, but it's in a different sensibility because God had to let you know, okay, this is what you had. Now we done moved on to something else. Yeah, you had this here, and favor fell away from you. So this is how you this is to make you make wealth apparent to you. There's value and wealth in all sense of the matter, is what it lets me know. All right. Negative mentions imperfection, failure, delusions, unsurmountable obstacles, setbacks, lack of success, hostile environment, strongly opposed people, revolution, insurrection, and disobedience. So I think your wealth come by way of knowledge and wisdom is what it lets me know. Right? Because at one point in time, I do believe you had your riches and things of the world, or materialistic things, but your wealth comes by way of your wisdom and your health and things such as that. So that's basically what I feel as though the chakra energy reading by way of God or source, whatever you want to refer to him as. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get your let's get your healing energy. Well, we've already went over what chakra you need to balance. Well, you need to balance all. If you are watching this podcast, chances are you need to balance every last one of them. But you want to start with this one, right? Get it in tune. You may not like to hear the word balance. Get it in tune, right? All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to proceed with the healing energy oracle card. Joy, like a child, I discovered joy in the simplicity of life. Happiness lies in magical moments, not in the material. Is that not more confirmation as to what I just mentioned? I mean, literally, I just got it out of my mouth. Even the smallest joy is a great source of light, and that is true. Let's get your soul truth. And we're going to bring this to a close. All right, I'm going to pull this one. It says, what am I waiting for? Someone else to do it for me? It says, are you waiting on someone else before you can take the big leap? What if you were to take life into your hands and forge your own unique path? Put your heart into action and ask yourself, what risk can you take to move towards your dreams? Make a decision and do it. No more waiting for others. Do it. It says scared here, but is it scarred? Let me look this word up. Fearful, frightened, we know scared. I think that may be a misprint, but it says take the leap. Today's soul's action. No more thinking, only doing. Be brave, and you will discover what you are really made of. While soul, strong heart, can't lose. So that's to encourage, give you some sense of encouragement because I do believe there is something going on regarding your solar plexus as well as been out. Let me before I end. I mentioned about, I haven't mentioned too, well, I did go into the physiological, yes, regarding the solar plexus, right? I did. Okay, I just want to make sure. Because if you go, when you begin to research about the chakras online, I mean, you may have some variations in the content that you may see. All right, so what is your angel card? Let's go ahead and pull out your angel card. Let's pull your angel card. I'm gonna keep these up here. What is? That's what I'll do. I'll keep these up here. Gentleness. Archangel Sandalphon, be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. So you want to be very conscientious about around these times because oftentimes we will find that when things are going great for us, then you may have a test to come um, to distract you. Because as I mentioned, um, certain energy spaces will do things to facilitate a spiritual transition. So you have to think positive and believe in what you believe that it can change. Because there's a difference between me getting up here speaking about chakras if I don't believe in chakras. It is a difference. So if you don't believe that you can manifest change, well, then you will be stagnant in your potential, your growth, and in turn, you'll begin to kill off the spirit, and then a death may ensue, biological death may ensue, right? Okay. So I am going to conclude this episode of Spiritual Sense, the chakra energy reading. Any questions, comments, or suggestions, or if you want to book for a reading, I do have the memberships on Patreon. .com. Let me see if because I tried to change it to Magic Mind Media. Let me see if it is still on the Spiritual Sense. Okay. So I have changed the name, but it is under patreon.com Spiritual Sense. So if you go on there, and it's 3 tiers of membership, and then you can just enroll in a membership, and then whatever membership you pay for, we could do a reading, or I could just do a one-on-one reading. The reading will have to be done by either Zoom or Teams or whichever one, or what have you. I will not be calling anyone over the phone. It has to be, and you don't necessarily have to turn your camera on or what have you. Well, if you are wanting to see, I think it would be, just put it this way. If we do the reading, we don't have to see face to face. Like how you are viewing this now, you can just simply look at the card. So you don't necessarily have to look at my face and, vice versa. All right. So until then, have a second wonderful day. Good day.